Hi guys, I'm Laura Vitale, and on this episode of Laura in the Kitchen, I want to share with you my recipe for what I call my mini ravioli soup. It's so incredibly good. It's like a hybrid between ravioli with bolognese and soup. It's delicious. The ingredients for them, there's a few ingredients, but they're really basic ingredients that you can find in any local market. I've got some ground beef, a mixture here of chopped onions, mushrooms, carrot, and I've got some celery back there, some baby spinach that I've just roughly chopped. These are some mini cheese ravioli. You'll need some good red wine. I've got some herb paste here, which I'll talk about in a minute, some canned chopped tomatoes, and then you'll need some stock. You can use vegetable stock, beef stock, or vegetable stock, or chicken stock. I'm using this granulated vegetable base and then some water. It's really the same thing. For the herb paste, basically all this is a mixture of basil, oregano, and parsley, and then I just squirt in there and it's good to go. You can always use fresh herbs if you want. This is really handy. Put a couple squirts in anything and it makes it taste delicious. Of course, you'll need olive oil and salt and pepper, but that's always the case. Now what I have here is a big soup pot with a little bit of olive oil preheating in here. And now when that's up to the temperature, let's check it with a little piece of beef here. Maybe one more minute because it's sizzling up. We are going to add our beef. Now for the ravioli, you could certainly use bigger ravioli if you want to. In my supermarket, I'm able to find these little teeny tiny ones that are right in the same aisle where you'd find fresh ravioli. And they're great. And they're usually that aisle, that little special case is next to the specialty cheese case, so keep an eye out for that. All right, I'm going to add in my ground beef, and I'm going to break this up as much as I can with my wooden spoon. That looks good. It's not fully cooked, that's fine. Now, my beef was really lean, so it didn't give out a lot of fat, and I only put in a couple tablespoons of oil. So I'm going to add my mushrooms, mixture, my mushroom and onion and all that right in here, because I want there to be something for them to cook in. I'm going to season them with some salt. I'm not going to add any pepper. Actually, I'll add some pepper. I was going to say I won't add any pepper yet, but why not? Always seasoning things in layers makes it taste that much better. Give everything a really good stir, and I let this mixture cook for about 7 to 8 minutes, or until you start to see some color develop on your veggies. This looks good. If you see, there's no fat running around all over the place, but if you have a lot of fat from your beef, then do drain it out, but mine doesn't. My veggies cooked down beautifully. Now at this point, I'm going to add in, turn this down a little bit, my herb paste. I'm just going to add, oops, make a little hole. There you go. It's almost like pesto, but it's just a mixture of herbs. That looks good. I'm not going to add too much. And then just, oh, it smells incredible. Yes, I love that. Actually, add a few more squirts. I wish that you can smell what I'm smelling, because that herb paste is rocking my socks off. I love it. Now I'm going to add a splash of red wine. Now, I get this question asked so many times. What red wine do you use when you're used to cooking? Any red wine I would drink. That's my answer. Now this is a red wine I got this month. I'm going to use the whole thing. So, done. In my, from Club W. I don't know if you've heard of Club W, but it's like a monthly subscription for wine. And obviously you can tell we enjoyed ours this month. And this is just a California red wine blend. So the thing I like about them is that you fill out like a flavor profile, like a palette profile on the website, and that will tailors to you, and it will kind of match your taste to the wine. So it's really neat, and it's really neat. I'll leave a link down below where you can check it out. And we have my husband was able to get a special code so you could get 3 for the price of 2 if you are interested. Now that just took like a minute to cook out and reduce a bit. So now at this point I'm going to add in my canned tomatoes. You just need one little 15-ounce can, and your stock, which in my case is just some water with a little bit of vegetable base. I love these things because they're great to keep on hand, so that you can really use them at any time. I'm just going to use a couple teaspoons of it, and it'll be perfect. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this come up to a boil, reduce it to simmer, and let it cook for about a half hour, and then I will show you the next step. My soup was simmering for about 30 minutes, and now I put it back up to a high boil. I added a touch more water, about 2 cups or so, because I wanted enough liquid to be able to cook my mini ravioli in. Now that that's up to a boil, make sure you taste it for seasoning. I have. Tastes mighty delightful. I'm going to add my itty bitty mini ravioli to this, along with my chopped baby spinach. It's been washed and dried. And now I'm just going to take my wooden spoon and kind of mix it all in there. Now this is only going to take a couple of minutes. The ravioli cooks in absolutely no time. So this is not the time to relax and you know, start chatting with your girlfriends on the phone. You need to be ready because this will be done in minutes. So keep an eye out on it. Get a bowl ready because we are almost ready to serve up. Ravioli are cooked, and now I'm going to sprinkle in, or I should say grate in, some really good quality Parmigiano. You don't have to do this. You can also just grate it on top of each serving, but I'm going to grate a little bit in here now, and then once I serve it to everyone, they can do whatever their heart desires. I'm just going to get that stirred in. Smells like, it truly does smell like a bolognese and a soup all in one, plus ravioli. Sometimes I do my own self. I do myself. I mean, really? All right, let's check this out. It's gonna be hot. I want some meat, and I want a little ravioli, and I want that mushroom right there. This is gonna be really good, but really hot. That is perfection. Absolutely perfection. This is something absolutely delicious to eat as is. Great to have in the fridge for lunch tomorrow. You can always do what I do whenever I'm wanting to take something hot on the go. I like to put it in the morning. I heat it up in the microwave, put it in a thermos. It stays really nice and hot for a long time, and you've got a great, delicious homemade lunch on hand for whenever you get hungry. If you enjoyed spending time with me, hop on all over to laurainthekitchen.com to get the written recipe, and as always, I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.